Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a general installation video for our motor mounts. We got a CRX here today for us, so let's get started. Begin by jacking up the engine. We're using a floor jack with a piece of wood that's sitting under the oil pan and the transmission. Starting on the passenger side, we're going to loosen the bolts connecting the mount to the transmission. Then we're going to loosen the bolt holding the mount to the frame. Once all the bolts are out, you can remove the mount. Here we have our new steel mount. We're going to install this in the reverse fashion that we took out the other mount. If you're having trouble getting a new mount in, try adjusting the floor jack to give you a different angle, or slightly loosening other motor mounts to give you a little more wiggle room within the engine to get that mount in correctly. Reinstall the bolts connecting the mount to the transmission. Snug them up for now. We will go back and torque them all down later. Once those bolts are snug, you can reposition the floor jack if needed to assist you with removal of the next mount. For this rear mount, we're going to start by taking off this rear T-bracket. To remove the T-bracket, we're going to start with the two lower bolts down on the transmission. Next, we're going to remove the upper bolt on the T-bracket, and then remove the bolt connecting the T-bracket to the motor mount. Once the T-bracket is removed, we can remove the two bolts connecting the motor mount to the frame. Here we have our new rear steel mount that is going to go in the reverse process that we took out the other mount. Now that we have the bolts in the rear motor mount connecting it to the frame, we can leave those loose, so that'll help us get the T-bracket in the correct position. On the T-bracket, we're going to install the upper bolt, the two lower bolts, and finally the bolt connecting the T-bracket to the mount. Now get these all snug before moving on to the next mount. To start on this driver's side mount, we're going to loosen these two bolts connecting the mount to the engine. Once those two bolts are out, we can loosen the final bolt that's connecting the mount to the frame. Finally, we have our new driver's side mount that'll go in the same way we took out the other one. We're going to slide in the bolt connecting the mount to the frame, leaving it slightly loose. That enables us to get the other bolts in easier. Once all the mounts are in, you can go ahead and torque all your bolts down. We recommend for M10 bolts, you torque them down to around 38 foot-pounds, and for M12 bolts, that's going to be around 65 foot-pounds. If you're having any trouble along the way installing your mounts, we're here to help, so just reach out to us and we can get you on your way.